Dear students, today we are studying Where the Mind is Without Fear, the famous poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was born at Calcutta, British India, Bengal Presidency. He was the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. Tagore introduced new prose and verse forms, the use of colloquial language into Bengali literature. He wrote over 1000 poems, 8 volumes of many short stories, almost 2 dozen play and playlets, 8 volumes, and many novels, and many books and essays on philosophy, religion, education, and social topics. About the poem, it is prayer to a universal Father's figure, that the God Almighty. The poem, with its inspiring line, elaborates Tagore's vision of a new enlightened India. This poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches in arms towards perfections, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sands of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever winding thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Imaginations of author, the poets draw a picture of free India. He dreamed of a country with no boundaries. He prayed for the welfare of the country. Theme: the poet desired peace and prosperity among his countrymen and pray that his country might attain overall welfare and self-reliance. Alliterations: the head is repetition this word H. The head is held and high. This repetition is what alliteration. Metaphor: the big world is compared to many small rooms separated by narrow domestic walls. Birds coming out from the depth of truth give us the impressions of a fountain spring on the comparative level. The clear stream of reason is comparison between reason and a flowing stream, and that's habit that checks the clarity of reason and compared to the dreary desert. Freedom is regarded as heaven. Personification: tireless striving, which is an abstract idea, has been assigned with a human aspect, is stretched its arms. Country, which is personified to be awake. Line by line interpretations, lines 1 and 2. The poet plays to the Almighty that his country should be free from any fear of domination or forced completions. He wants that everyone in his country should be free to hold their heads high in dignity. He dreamed of a nation where knowledge or education would be free, that is, education should not be restricted to the upper class only, but everybody should be free to acquire knowledge. And line 3, the author wishes for a world which is not fragmented by prejudice based on caste, creed, color, religion, or other baseless. Line 4, prejudice and superstitions should be not divide the people in group and break their unity. He wants a nation where people are truthful, not superficial, and words should come out from the depth of their hearts. In line 6, the author talk about desire for a country where people would strive without getting tired to reach perfection, leaving behind prejudice and old traditions. And line 7 and 9, the author wants the power of reason to dominate the mind of his countrymen. He does not want the stream of reason to be lost amongst outdated customs and tradition, and only that can direct the mind towards selfless thoughts and everlasting action. Line 10 and 12, the author asks the Father, presumably God, to awaken his country into such a heaven of freedom. Implication: like the author Rabindranath Tagore, we should always aim for freedom of mind, speech, thoughts, belief, practice and behavior, because these are the things that will mold us. Thank you so much.